How you doing, guys? My name is Durshak. Welcome to my channel. This is my very first video. It's rather sunny and windy here in Melbourne, Australia. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. I want to share with you a decision that I made, which was to engage a number of coaches, career, leadership and personal, which turned out to be one of the most important decisions that I've made to date. One that changed me from the person that I was to a better version of myself for tomorrow. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is that I'm hoping that you too will engage coaches to bring out the best in you. Where I'm going to start my journey is in 2020, when COVID hit. We're all in this rather uncertain, unpleasant situation. There was uncertainty around employment, our personal lives, work, business, etc. And we sort of felt like our lives had flipped upside down. I think emotionally we didn't know who to turn to or what to do, right? We sort of cowered in this haze of confusion, and that sort of continued. If we fast forward to 2021, the entire year, most of us were either approaching pandemic fatigue or we were already in the depths. We had continued lockdowns and restrictions, and this sort of raised our anxiety levels and stress levels through the roof, right? And we're in this sort of desperate need for self-agency. Between the 2 years, we also had our fair share of challenges and pains and woes. And midway through 2020, I landed my first challenge and pain, something which I wasn't ever expecting, nor did I ever think that I'd be landed with this news. And the news that I was landed with is that I might be furloughed, which is to lose my job, my employment, right? And there were a couple of things which I started to do. At first, I panicked, right? Which is probably not the best way to sort of react. I panicked. And my mind started to throw questions up in the air. What do I do now? Oh my God, this is the end of the world. Why me? Where do I go? I haven't applied for jobs in a while. You know, I'm not ready to leave. Will I find another job? Which is the all important question. If I get laid off. Once I got over that panic period, the smarter part of my mind started to take over and ask some smart questions and started to really sense check the reality, yeah? And started to ask some smart questions. How do I apply for jobs? How do I increase my skill set? What areas can I develop? How do I get myself market ready? Is my resume ready? What are my next steps in my career move? At other times, that panic voice still came back, kept me up late at night, which is not a healthy way to be. Now, what you end up consuming is a lot of clutter, a lot of rubbish, because you don't know where to go. You don't know who to turn to. And before you know it, you're sort of in this spiral of not knowing what your next move is. You're confused, you're stuck. And you're desperate. You're desperate to find the answers. And you don't have the answers. For me, with 1,001 things going round and round my head, I didn't know what to do. I was stuck. Let alone get myself ready for the job. We had so many other things going on around the year. I mean, the last time I'd applied for a new job was about 10 years ago. However, because I was stuck, I found solace, and I found solace in a good friend of mine. And I sat down, I reached out to him and I said, look, you know what? I'm gonna have to confess, I've got a dilemma on my hands, right? And I laid it out. I've got a dilemma on my hands. I'm about to be furloughed, right? And I did rant a little bit, and he had to put up with the rant. And I said, I'm gonna be furloughed, I'm gonna lose my job, my employment, and I don't know where to go. And in very simple words, this is what he said to me. He said, look, if you're about to lose your job and you need to prepare for another one, and you need to fix up your resume, you need to go through the interviews, you need to work out your goals, leave it in the hands of a career coach. This to me was an awesome piece of advice. Now, naturally at first I sort of hesitated and shrugged off the idea of engaging a career coach. I said to myself, very loud and clear, right? Engaging a career coach, not for me, right? I am my own expert. I've been in employment for a very long time. I'm in a professional position. I know what's best for me. I will work it out. I know my skill set. I know the industry. And genuinely, I thought that I had the answers here at my fingertips. But all I was doing is fooling myself into believing that I had the answers when I hadn't. You and I are strong. You and I are strong, right? We're tough. We'll get through. We're big and bold. We're courageous. We do big things. If we get made unemployed or a career move, I know what we'll do. We'll grab a textbook, and that textbook is called the 101 Guide to a New Job If I Lose My Current One. We'll pull together a dodgy plan, we'll scrapbook our resumes, we'll have some interview practice whilst brushing our teeth, and we'll try and get ourselves market ready to the best of our knowledge to how to get ourselves market ready, right? And after that, fingers crossed, we should be good to go. Do you agree? Do you agree this is what we sort of do? Will you be good to go at this stage? Maybe. And I say maybe because what if the hiring process has changed? What if the interview processes have changed? What if the markets have changed? What if the look and feel and design of resumes has changed? What if the entry criteria around getting a job has changed? What if you haven't adequately done your homework to land you that next job? Will you be wasting your time? Maybe. Will you be wasting your time for your next job only to find that you're not ready? Maybe a little. I say a little because after a few runs, you'll probably get there. You'll cross the line. You'll land yourself with a job. But you go through a lot of pain. The way I see it, you and I are not in the business to take a few runs. We're hungry. We're hungry to get ourselves ready right now. We don't have time to waste dilly-dallying around, fumbling from interview to interview. Right? We're ready for the moment that we live today. The way I see it is, we're not here to waste our time in life, in work, especially not in landing our next job. If we're not ready for the unknown job scene, our career move, the hiring process, the interview process, we need to reach out and find help. Because you know what will happen? We won't take that help. A few of us will be lucky, we'll get through, a few of us will scrape through, but the rest of us won't. We'll get knocked back. We'll feel rejected, we'll feel demotivated. We'll go from interview to interview, and before you know it, we've given up. And from the bottom of my heart, I don't want us to ever feel this way. I'm just going to turn around because there's a lot of wind. The way I see it is that humans, we're not built the same, right? A small number of us are strong, and we'll get through. We're gifted. We'll scrape through the interview. We'll work out a resume. We'll talk through our skills. We'll show a little charm. We'll get ourselves a job ready. We'll brush up. But the majority of us aren't. Most of us are not wired in that way. Would you agree? We're not wired in that way to find solutions, right? To move forward. We're all different. We all go through different walks of life. And I, for one, realized that I did not have the know to get me ready for my next job. And I needed help. And I needed a way forward. Here's what I say. Is your career is super important. It's important to you. It's important to me. It's your lifeline for employment. It's your growth. It's your path to bigger and better things. It's your pride and joy. Just as we've had teachers to help us learn through school, we need experts to help us get ready for our next role. And so for me, engaging a career coach to prepare me for my next role was the best thing. And I want it to be yours. Is it fair? Is it fair to say that when we're engaging someone we don't know, difficult? Of course it is, without a doubt. It is difficult. Why would we want to engage someone we don't know? Why would we want to partner and trust someone? We're going to be a little apprehensive, about engaging a coach, a little resistant, not really understanding how they help, what they can help with. But when I made that decision, this is how I felt. It was the most comforting decision, knowing that I'm with a person who's trusted, who's not biased, who's going to help me, who's going to support me, without making me feel uncomfortable, without criticizing me, judging me, mocking me. And this is exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I needed, right? Once we've got that partnership, doesn't it feel good? In my case, once I got over that initial hurdle and convinced myself that engaging a coach was the right thing, this was the right choice. I did my homework, I found the coach, made the call. And in my case, the rest was dead easy, because that's when the coach, who's a wonderful lady across the, overseas, not in Australia, took over and led the way. This is exactly what I needed. Now, I didn't need any special tools. I didn't need any special systems. COVID, being a period of online ways of working, we organized a kickoff date and time. We got on a Zoom session, and collectively after about 5 sessions, we'd gone from drawing up a basic strategy, which I had in my mind, to how to get myself ready for a new role. We finessed my interview skills, the resume, we worked on goals and strategies, and I left understanding the job market, where and how to apply. And I was set. And isn't this an awesome feeling to be in? Your situation could be a little different, right? You're probably smarter than me, you may need fewer sessions. And I hope you do need fewer sessions, right? But the point being that my career coach was there for me. Someone who really, truly valued me, respected me, and wanted genuinely for me to do my best in my career. Make the choice, make the right choice. See this as the way forward to bring out a new you, a fresh you, a smarter you, the Rolls Royce you. You're going to turn around and you're going to say, Durshak, look, we've got an abundance of information out there. Absolutely we do. We've got blogs, we've got motivators, we've got speakers, we've got influencers, we've got social media, we've got digital channels. This is the way I see things. Make use of it, educate yourselves, learn, become better versions of yourself. Use this information. I encourage you. That's what it's there for, right? Use it to help you become who you want, better versions, where you need to get to, your passion, your drive. But here's what I say, if you find yourself, number one, needing a real person, number two, a partner, number three, someone whose role it is to make you the best, and without a doubt, you need a coach. COVID brought on more challenges. For you and I, went through a rough time. But because I had that positive taste with a coach, over 2 years, I ended up engaging 2 more. A total of 3 coaches in total. Just a few months after engaging my career coach, I reached out to a leadership coach because I needed to improve my leadership skills. And I reached out to a leadership coach in the US who helped me polish off my team building skills. Awesome, absolute awesome experience. I absolutely loved it. Big thank you. And then my third coach, after 2021, I needed that spark. I needed that spark, that drive back into my health and fitness and well-being. It made me feel good. Made me feel fine, made me feel rich again, but living busy lives. I just didn't have the motivation. I didn't have the drive to pull this together. It was tough, right? And so I finally engaged a personal coach, health and fitness coach in Europe to get me healthy, ready for 2021. Again, all through Zoom, we worked on the workouts, the training routine, morning ritual, or schedule, get me back on track again. And I've been following that routine. I feel good. Why did I engage coaches from across the globe? Good question. I had my career coach in England, leadership coach in the US, and my personal coach in Europe. Here's where I saw things. COVID, we weren't restricted. We were restricted in commuting and lockdowns, but with a number of coaches, I just found that they found ways to continue their practice through virtual means. This turned out to be the new normal. Through Teams, through Skype, through Zoom. I took this as an option. But I went further. Because I thought, I'm not going to let locality stop me. I'm searching far and wide. So I went on a personal conquest and personal mission to find the best coaches across the globe. You know what? I found them. Now for you, I know you want to do good. I know you want to get better. I want you to get better with your career, with your goals, with your ambition, personal work, life, improvements, mind, body, and soul. Right? I found 3 coaches that suited me for areas that I wanted to improve. Now find yours. Genuine, now find yours. We've got this untapped knowledge, support that is waiting for you. And when it's available, we need to grab it. Hold on to it. We've got an abundance of coaches out there that bring variety, they bring diversity, they bring reason across them. We've got career coaches, leadership coaches, relationship coaches, spirituality coaches, mindset coaches, all with amazing skills, right? All with amazing knowledge out there that want nothing more than for you to make good use of these skills. And I don't want nothing more than you to make good use of the skills, such that you can you can wake up feeling refreshed, ready to take on the day, be the best. I can say, regardless of the coaching services that you select, I can reassure you that the partnership you have with your coach will give you the direction, the clarity, the confidence, the competence, the passion, and the drive. Now, over time, I sort of shared my experience with other friends and family. They too engage coaches for their own personal needs, and they too, amazing results. When is the best time to acquire the services of a coach? I want to flip this question back onto you. You tell me, if you're hungry right now and you're ready to create the new you for 2022, the answer is simple. The answer is right now. If you feel you need the help, don't let anything get in your way. Reach out to the coach and the experts and just understand the services that they offer to bring out the best in you. Now, there is another reason why I created this video and why I want you to be the best. We, myself and friends, because we had this amazing experience with coaches, we learned, we grew, we became better. right? Now, my friends are part of the team now. We wanted to ensure that you too don't shy away from getting the coaching help that is available such that you grow, learn, and get better. Are things that are most important to you. For us, we felt this deep sense of responsibility to find a way to share the coaches from across the globe with you. And the way in which we've done that is to create a simple online platform that enlists coaches across the globe. You go in, you find your coach, and you make contact, and away you go. Now, the way I see it is we went through a lot of pain through COVID. We just can't shake it off. Maybe we can continue to share the experience, the value that we got through these periods of uncertainty by using a coach. After all, shouldn't we embrace the human race and help one another, transform one another to become better versions of ourselves? Show continuous endearment, towards you, the team, the customers. I think you'll agree that's a yes. Now, I've got to confess, we've created this platform as coaching customers. We're not coaches, which may discourage you. I agree, I understand, and that's fine. But the world has become ever more connected with relationships, collaboration, working together. This matters more so now than ever. I just hope that you'll benefit from the coaches and the information we share, just as we did. The reason we've tied our first video and platform together is such that you know that we have the world's best coaches in one place. We've only got one quest in this, and the quest through our platform is to bring out the best in you. We'll work together on this to get you what you want. I'm like you, a customer that has used coaches, and so we'll ensure that coaches understand where and how they can help us. There will be times when we have the answers, there will be times when we don't have the answers, but where we don't have the answers, we'll try and find them. Here's where I'm going to end my experience, and I'm going to end by saying, if you're stuck like me, right, we all went through a rough time, and if you need the help in any and all aspects of life, whether that be today or tomorrow, reach out to the relevant coach, make the investment, make the move on to bigger and better things. I'm going to thank you for allowing me to share my experience. Thanks for listening in. All the best.